There are countless other wonders or terrors they hid across the stars before my time. For every grave ward, traveler, or timekeeper, there are surely a dozen more slumbering in forgotten vaults.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are actually talking about the Guardian Takedown, hopefully coming by the end of the month. Before we get into the video, if you didn't know, the Borderlands show is on May 21st at 8 a.m. Pacific. They are live streaming over on the official Borderlands Twitch and YouTube. That is next Thursday, so make sure to check it out. You'll see me commenting in the live streams too, probably on both Twitch and YouTube. So when you see me over on Twitch, don't forget to drop a follow over there. And of course, like this video and subscribe to the channel over here on YouTube. Now, what was that mysterious voice in the intro and what was she talking about? If you didn't know, that was Nereid, an ancient siren who sacrificed the Iridians to lure the Destroyer into Pandora's vault and lock him away. So that's actually how the Destroyer got into Pandora's vault, was because Nereid the siren locked him in there. But that is not what we are talking about. In the echo log that I specifically showed at the beginning of this video, she was talking about the countless other wonders and terrors hidden across the stars before her time. She's talking about all the vaults and the vault monsters that the Iridian hid. She said for every grave ward, traveler, or timekeeper, there are surely a dozen more slumbering in forgotten vaults. Basically, like I said, what she's talking about is the thousands and thousands of vaults hidden across the universe. And the Iridians did all this. And what did they leave inside of these vaults, guys? You know what I'm getting at? They left giant vault monsters and guardians. So I don't know if you guys quite see what I'm saying yet. But let's just talk about the end of Borderlands 2. We got this cutscene of showing us basically like a holographic map of just vaults hidden all across the universe. And they have guardians inside of them, which is the Guardian Takedown, and they have vault monsters. So is it possible we might get a vault monster raid boss? That might be insane. Now, if we mention Nereid's log again, her echo log, she actually mentions 3 vault monsters specifically. There is Grave Ward, which we all know what happened to Grave Ward over on Eden 6, so he's out of the picture. The Traveler was actually in Tales from the Borderlands, and let's show you guys what ended up happening to the Traveler.
Game over.
Well, guys, from that, I would say that there is no return for the Traveler, and that leaves the last vault monster that Nereid actually mentioned, the Timekeeper. Now, the Timekeeper is completely unknown. As far as I know, I couldn't find any info about the Timekeeper anywhere, so I don't think it's in the game yet. If you guys know anything about it, comment down below. By the sound of this vault monster's name, I would have to guess the Timekeeper is probably pretty important to the story at some point, maybe even having something to do with the Great War that the Watcher is talking about. And I think if we end up going to a vault, it'll probably just end up being a random vault that we come across that maybe like Janus sends us to. The takedown events are kind of like free DLC. I would doubt that they would end up have like anything to do with the story and the Timekeeper or vault monsters that end up being really important. Now the Timekeeper, we don't know anything about him yet. but he was in the Nereid Echolog, and I forget if she talks about him another time. I think they will end up saving the Timekeeper for something more important. So basically, I think if this ends up being true, we'd probably end up just fighting a random vault monster, opening up a vault that, like, you know, like I said, Tanis found somehow and probably sent us to. And I just have to say, I really love this theory because one of my favorite boss fights throughout the main story is actually the Rampager. Now, I know his immunity phases suck, and yeah, that's the one bad part, but during the first playthrough, he absolutely amazed me. He really became my favorite vault boss in the whole entire story. Almost immediately, and you know, I didn't like Grave Ward as much in the story, but I would love to see what Gearbox could do with a vault monster as a raid boss, especially after what they did with Wotan and how good the Wotan boss fight is. I can't wait to see the new mechanics they create, basically for us to defeat. And don't forget that once we kill a vault monster, we get to loot the vault. Hopefully guys, how insane would it be if there is an awesome raid chest after we kill a vault monster raid boss, you know, with possible chances to drop dedicated legendaries? Opening up a chest and getting that brand new gear is probably one of the most exciting things in my mind that could possibly happen with the Takedown. Now, we've pretty much gone over that theory, but there is actually one other possibility we have to mention. Maybe this isn't a vault with a vault monster in it at all. If you listen to this clip of Nereid again.
The vaults operate as self-contained prisons. The Guardians have no need to serve as jailkeepers, only as sentinels at the walls. Why then bring them so close to consciousness? What purpose has a thinking spear?
Alrighty, that was the clip I wanted to play. Now, if you listen to Nereid there, she basically mentions how the Guardians basically kind of don't need to be alive to guard the vaults. She says the vault doesn't need jail keepers, they just need sentinels on the walls. And she basically is questioning, why did the Iridians give them so much knowledge, or, you know, kind of bring them to life enough? The Guardians are kind of weird. In other ecologues, she also questions if they resent their creators. It could be possible there are groups of Guardians who ended up kind of smarter than they were supposed to be, and maybe being resentful of their creators, they decide to do something that, you know, we have to stop. Now, if that were to happen, it is very possible that we are contacted by the Watcher himself. If they're like, I can't think of anyone else to contact us if there's this vault full of rogue Guardians. You know what I mean? And the final Guardian boss fight might actually end up looking something like the Sentinel from the pre-sequel. Now, a couple people actually brought this one up to me. I didn't really think about this myself because I didn't really play the pre-sequel, but it could look very similar to a Guardian raid boss. Now, I'm pretty sure this was the Vault monster in TPS. Once again, someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's even called the Guardian of the Vault. It just seems very similar. It kind of looks similar to other Guardians, in my opinion. I watched a couple boss fights of this. Now, what I wonder is what kind of new mechanics, what kind of new immunity phases would a Guardian raid boss have? Would it be like multi-elemental? Would it just have shield bars like other Guardians? I'd be kind of surprised if we could just use shock weapons the entire time. You know, just like the Maliwan Takedown introduced all kinds of new Maliwan troops, the new raid is also going to introduce all new kinds of Guardians. We're going to see brand new mechanics for mobbing and the bosses we run into as well. So this is all pretty exciting to me. Like I said, I also can't wait to see what brand new legendary weapons, maybe even class mods we might be getting. They didn't spoil any new gear at all, but remember, we got class mods with the Maliwan Takedown. And I'm sure they're going to show something on the Borderlands show. So yeah, make sure to check out the Borderlands show May 21st, 8 a.m. Pacific. That is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I know there's going to be lots of comments speculating just like I am, but I want to talk about the raid boss itself down in the comments. So in the comments below, tell me what raid boss you think we're going to see, either a vault monster or a giant Guardian boss. I want to know already too, so I can't wait for the Borderlands show. But anyways, guys, like I said, that is it for the video. If you guys like this video, then please go ahead and drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for more Borderlands 3 videos. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.